Hey, another episode from Shea Butter Chanel. Not necessarily a part of the 46 life lessons, but I was reflecting this morning about conversation I had with my family on actual Thanksgiving Day when we got together. And somehow the conversation got to, have I had any dates or something like that or whatever? And I was like, nah. And then I think it wasn't my brother-in-law particularly was like, man, like, are you open? Are you speaking to people? What are you doing? And I told him, I said, listen, I am out here. I get cute. I'm at the events. I'm by nature a social butterfly. I'm not introverted in the deepest way. I can be, and I enjoy that space a lot more these days. But by and large, I'm extroverted. And so I come in, I light up a room. There used to be a time where I might have put a little more extra sauce on just cause I liked and intentionally wanted a lot of attention. But it's definitely, I would say, tapered off a bit. And so I still have a light about me, and people gravitate towards that. So when he said, are you open? I was slightly ajar, I don't want to say offended, but just taken aback, because it was like he was basically, I guess, trying to put the responsibility on me. And he's like, well, do you speak to men and all that kind of stuff? And I began to share with him how I had been going to this rooftop of a hotel near me, and how when I go there, I speak to the brothers speak back to me. How one particular night I was there late and I met a gentleman, and he and I had a conversation for the better part of an hour. It was a good conversation. And where I live, a lot of people don't know about the nice area where we were doing the rooftops and stuff. So there were more black people on that roof than normal. And so a sister came over to us, and black people seeing black people, looking like we got good energy. The sister came over and she said, hey, did you guys know about this area before? I did not know this area existed. It's lovely, da da da. And so she started a conversation, and then her and I began to chit chat it up, And he said, now why do people cross the street with their head down looking at their phone? He's not even at the light to cross. He's in the middle of the road. Stop doing that, y'all. But anyway, he said, so me and the girl started chatting up like girlfriends do. It's just, that's how the sister vibe is, And her and I tapered off and had a conversation. And so I meandered to her table. I left the guy there. And so my brother-in-law was like, but why would you do that? And then my brother said, man, you mean to tell me you left a hard leg? I said, first of all, I'm saved. I'm not trying to hook up. I don't do that. That's not even my MO. I said, but even still, that brother had over an hour to ask me for my number, to get some contact, to follow up with me and say, hey, how about we have an actual, if he had intentions for me. And so I just was there literally. When I go out, I told them, I said, listen, when I go out, I'm going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having expectations that every man that I talk to, have a conversation, is particularly romantically interested in me, right? I wouldn't blame them if they was. I think I'm pretty dope, but I'm not a thirst bucket either, right? But I told them, I went on to say, I said, listen, I put myself in a situation. I'm out of the house. I'm dressed good. I'm open. I'm talking to strangers, and it just so happened that the conversation flowed with the sister, and her and I began chatting it up, and then the brother, he disappeared himself. And so they almost made it seem like, oh, it's my fault that I didn't kind of like dismiss the sister. And I'm like, no. That's not what it's about. I'm not a thirst bucket. The brother had opportunity. I'm inclined to say that if the brother didn't approach me or didn't say, hey, you guys are having a good conversation, but can I get your number and I'll leave you. If he didn't make a gesture, he was not interested in me. So I say all that to say, it made me think. I said, there is definitely room and space to give single people advice. And I listen to a lot of it, particularly from people who are in long relationships, committed relationships, who are faithful, who seem to be happy and satisfied. And I will incline my ear. But I also want to say, you know what? For the people who always feel like they got advice, for people who are single in 2024 going on 2025, shut up. Because you don't know, you don't know what it's like to be in your 40s, closer to 50 now, okay, as a single in 2024, 25. You don't know what it's like to be in the dating scene right now. It is not, I think, let me see, my sister, they've been married for 10, almost 11 years. So that would put that at 20. They probably started kicking it around 2010. 2010 is not 2024. I know, because listen, to be in your 40s is not the same as being in your 30s either. What you are perceived as and how people are likely, the approaching is different at this age. So don't be so quick to judge and give advice. Have a little bit more empathy and think things through about what you're saying to a single person. And especially when it's in the context of a woman, because the numbers and how that plays out is so much different. Because on the flip, men seem to have more of their choice, if you will, right? There's plenty single women out there that I would say are available and have their stuff together like I do. I think they have their choice, and so men seem to be more picky about that thing. And so don't be so quick to say that the sisters are not doing what they're supposed to. They not looking the part, they not speaking the part. It's like you can't win for losing. What y'all want me to do? If I had asked the brother for his number, then y'all be telling me I'm thirsty, and rightfully so. It is not my place to be asking a grown man in 40 plus years old for his number. That's disgusting. I'm not that. I'm still a lady. And if I had conversation with you, obviously I think that you're interesting, right? I'm not an overt flirt. I'm not gonna be throwing myself, because I'm a lady and I'm a Christian, and so there is some demure about me in that aspect. I'm outgoing, but I still have class. And if a man can't get with that, he's not the man for me. Listen, if a brother is afraid or shy, and I don't believe men are shy. I don't care what their disposition is, by the way. Men go for what they want. But if he happens to be whatever it is, then he's definitely not the man for me, because I am a go-getter. I've had to survive for a very long time on my own. And so my nature out of survivor skills is to go get things or whatever. And so if a man is not on his square and doesn't have it in him to approach me, then there's something missing with him, not me. Nothing about me is intimidating to a man who has his stuff together, to a man that knows what he wants. You know what I'm saying? I'm not presenting myself masculine. I'm presenting myself strong. Okay? I'm definitely not I don't want to present myself thirsty and all of that. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be funny. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to put on a personality for a man and all of that. Again, I'm going to close out with have some empathy. And sometimes I think people that are in relationships just needs to shut up, especially if you ain't been out here in this scene in such a long time, because it is different. There's no way in the world in my 30s I would have been sitting here this single. Something's in the water, something's in the air. Okay? Anyway, do with it what you will. Be blessed, y'all.